I just got back from the Netherlands early in the week, and would I like some light? Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, they don't want to see me, they want to see her. So yeah, and you know, I go into salons, we got a big show there, and I go into salons and I talk to salon owners, and guys, it's the same everywhere. We have the same problems, the same issues, it's all the same. But one thing I know that hairdressers deal with every day is FEAR. Okay, y'all heard me say this for years. What a company like Scruples does is they remove the fear and let you guys have a good time. Because if anybody remembers when they got out of school, you know how it was. And we still deal with that word, but it's a lot smaller now, right? You ever put a color on and you second guess yourself and you go, I shouldn't have done that, right? You know, I still do that all the time. I go, whoops, you know? And, you know, she wanted it lighter, that's all, you know what I mean? I get that. But listen, we're going to have fun today, and we're going to give you some stuff to take back to the salon. And I just want to ask right now, and I get pretty loud up here, who does not use Scruples in the audience right now? Who does not? Wow. Well, welcome. Scruples users, where are you? Would you guys give some enthusiasm to what these guys are actually going to see today, right? Okay, so what's going on? What's going on in the industry right now? You guys see this tortoiseshell thing, the ombre thing still going on. Some people have fun with it, some people it's a nightmare. The product I'm going to start with first is what puts Scruples on the map, and it's called Blazing Highlights. It is the only product in the world that will lift up to 7 levels and deposit tone in one step. Now, what is that good to us? Well, when you're talking about a tortoiseshell look, and all that is a mix of colors kind of muting with one another. That's all really it is. There's no super defined stuff in there. Kind of mutes together. What's neat about the tortoiseshell thing is that you pre-lighten normally, and then you put some tones in, or do 2 different highlights, and then throw a tone all over. That's one way. But why tone at all if it's already in there? This is the only product in the world that lifts up to 7 levels and will deposit tone in one step. Which means if I want her this light, I can get it in one step. And tone in one shot. What if I want some of these in one shot? You never use anything stronger than 20 volume clear developer. I'm going to do it with 10. How's that? Now, how can you do that? Well, listen, we've got a short amount of time and we've got to move a lot of hair, okay? So, this is your natural level. Now you go, wait, David, you're talking about natural level. I thought you said you're going to highlight. That's right. But because there's real permanent oxidizing hair color in here, for the first time in history, you're going to get their natural or colored level and then pick where you want to go on the chart. You have 5 bottles of color, you mix and match to create all of these. So the directions are natural level or color level and where you want to go. And then you put the amount of scoops in first. Then you have oil lightener and you have your color. You mix equal parts, pour it in the bowl, mix it up, and then you put your developer in. That's it. And you never use anything stronger than 20. I'm going to do it with 10. Okay? So anyhow, so I'm going to put this here. Now listen. We're going to talk about the deals you got. Does anybody in this audience like free? Do you like free? What do I do with my gloves? Do you like free? Okay, I love free. I love free. That's all I'm going to tell you, right? No, I'm going to tell you more. Okay, hang on just a minute. Bear with me. Okay, so we have a 1 scoop formula here, and we have a 2 scoop formula, and I'm going to show you the cut. I don't know if y'all can see that without me spilling it everywhere. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see the color in that bowl? And then the color in this bowl, all right? These mimic the tones that are going to be on the head. So I'm going to show you a neat technique. Are y'all into quick techniques? And I want you to get excited about what's going on right now in the industry, because these looks are very, very simple to do that's out there. I'm telling you right now. Very simple to do. So what I did was I put a bunch of triangles around her head, and also She came in yesterday with pink in her hair, with orange in her hair, and what did we do? We went to our permanent cream color, and I evened her up with a cherry chocolate, covered her whole head in it. Covered her whole head in it. And by the way, while we're talking about hair color, I'm going to move fast here. Don't freak out about hair color if you're a new hairdresser. If you've been doing it 40 years, I don't care. It's all the same. Color is only 1 to 10, basically, right? With underlying tones along the way. That's all there is. But color is 1 to 10 with underlying tones along the way. But I use 1 to 10 with underlying tones along the way, okay? So when you become a colorist, the only thing you're going to do is identify where you're going and that underlying tone that you're dealing with, and you're going to move it this way or that way, or leave it alone. And that's it. When I got out of school, I didn't do hair color. You know why? Because I sucked at it. That's why. Okay? So right? If you didn't get jet black or orange, I'm not your guy, okay? It was terrible. So I called myself a cutter. I'm going to be a cutter. Right? They come in the salon, and this is me, okay? Because this is fearful, I was pretty confident over here, right? Where's most of the money in the industry? Color, right? So I didn't make as much money, right? So most people that call themselves a cutter, I'm just going to tell you, they're terrible at hair color. That's why they're a cutter, see? And then there's the people that say that they do hair color and they don't do a lot of cutting, right? It's all easy, folks, once you identify the rules. All right, so what we're going to do here, and I'm going to give you some rules to go by today, a lot of them. What we're going to do is, I'm going to start right here. I'm going to take this rubber band out. So remember, what do we put on her? We're going to talk about it later, but we use True Integrity, right? This is our permanent cream color system, Endymion 1. And I use the cherry chocolate color. Cherry chocolate level 4. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take, let me move this. I'll move you closer to me. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of this. Watch this here now. Watch. And I'm going to take this triangle, and that's all I did was put triangles in the head. Okay? And I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to hit it, and hit it. Did I see that? And then I'm going to take the boom boom one here, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Pretty easy? No problem, right? I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to take another triangle, and I'm going to do this, and this, and then I'm going to take my other one. Now, if you ask, like, what is that he's using in his hand? What is that thing? Do y'all like stuff like this? Yes or no? Okay, one person. All right, we're moving on. Okay. I'm starting with the darker, right? Now, what if I wanted to put a third color? Could I do that? Yes. What if you wanted to do 5 colors? You could. Great question. I am using the medium copper and maximum copper in her hair right now. Sound fun? Yes, it is. It's supposed to be fun. From blazing, yes. From the blazing. Now, if you can't see over here, I'll be over there, okay? Don't worry. I'm getting these rubber bands out. I had to use something to keep these sections, and all it is triangle sections. If you do smaller triangles, guess what? It's not as crazy. Not as crazy. So here we go. I'm doing some higher, some lower. I'm doing more, I'm doing less. This is a feeling that we're getting. Some of them I will work inside more. Some of them I will work less. What do you want to do? What do you mean what do I want to do? What do you want to do? If you're working for me in the salon, I'm going to walk up to you and say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Art, that's right. And do this too. If you ever have someone in your chair and you don't like the way their hair was cut. Do not say, who did that? My God. Because they might say, you did. I was here a month ago and I think it looks good. Yes. You know, don't worry about what someone else did. Put your name on it. A lot of times I'll see a look and I'll say they took off this whole corner on one side. And as an artist, I look at that and in my head, I don't like it. But I don't say, I don't like it, you know. I say, you know, Kathy, Debbie, whatever her name is, I said, I'd like to grow this corner out just a little bit more. I'd like to move the hair a little heavier in this corner, so this will take a little while, all right? We'll grow it out a couple of haircuts. Just feeling good? Okay, so once we have this, I'm going to do a couple over here. Very simple, don't make it hard. Now I'm going to drop this section down. If I can find it. This is oil lightener, equal parts. Now what you want to do, you want to take your little triangles and you want to separate the sections. My little clips. Don't you hate working with gloves on? We want to make sure we have a clear spot here, and we do. So I'll take this here and we'll flip it up. Now we're on this side. So I'm going to take this over here. I'll show this side of the room. Now, you know what we're getting here. A very soft, blended out look. You want to get crazier? You can get crazier. Here I'm taking medium lift, and I'm hitting it and hitting it. Everybody see that? I'll take my boom boom here, and I'm going to do my boom boom like this and like this. Would you take a message from me, please? It's my gynecologist. Okay. We're dating. What are y'all talking about? Y'all, you're mine. I'm going to tell you. Okay, here we go. Here we go. High, low. I'm going to take the other one. Now look, if I want it to be a little brighter on the ends, a little lighter, I'm going to work that into those ends, okay? Now sometimes I have another brush with me and I'll blur them together. You can do that. I have all different kind of brushes. Now these are not just Scruples brushes. This brush I have in my hand happens to be the Scruples color tool, which have anybody in here use them? Absolutely amazing, yes? And I would get more than one if you're going to get them. Because like me, I'm using two different colors here. She just fell over with excitement. Who's that? We actually had a lady, I forget where, I think it was in Boston, and we were giving away something, and we yelled out the number, and one lady passed out right here, and I says, it must have been her, you know? Yes, no, it wasn't. She literally passed. She was fine. I mean, I'm not making fun of people that pass out, okay? Have you all ever had somebody pass out in the salon? Yeah, the sugar deal? That scared the heck out of me. We had the ambulance come and everything. I didn't know what happened. I thought she didn't like her haircut and she died or something. I didn't know what happened. I really didn't. I didn't know what had happened. She was just boom near the front desk. I thought maybe it was too much money. I didn't know what happened. I honestly, I didn't know what happened. Now sometimes, I'm going to tell you, with these type of looks, sometimes more is not better. Sometimes more is not better. Sometimes the right highlight in one area, sometimes one piece makes your look. What do you want to do? What do you mean what I want to do? What do you want to do? And I'll tell you how to figure, yes, art, but I'll tell you how to figure it out easier. You want to know how to figure it out easier? Yes or no? Yes. How many of us have gone into a dressing room, right? And you have your clothes to try on, right? They tell you can only bring 4 garments. Of course, you bring 5. I get it, okay? I know. What's that about? Okay. And you take off your clothes, and then you put on the outfit, okay? And then there's the moment you turn to the mirror. And sometimes we do this, "Ooh," and we take it right off. Because in that second, your mind picked up, you ready? Out of balance, out of balance, out of balance, out of balance, out of balance. Red flag, right? I know you women, you'll try on shoes and you do this with the shoe like this, and you're looking in the thing, and I don't even know what that's about, the side view. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying I don't know. But anyhow, so then you put the right outfit on, or a outfit, and you turn to the mirror, and you stare for a minute. Because your eye picks up, I like it, I like it, I like it. You almost want to buy two of them because you look so good in it. Does everybody understand? Okay, this is the truth. And by the way, I never lie up here. I will tell you always the truth. You won't ever catch me in a lie. So, your mind picks up, good or bad. And if you think it doesn't look good, other people don't think it looks good either. Does that make sense? So how does that pertain to hair? And why did the outfit look good or not? Well, as a designer, I always ask people in the chair, what is their height? And they'll look at you when you say, well, why does it matter how tall I am or whatever? And my answer to them is, as a designer, we can make people 1 to 3 inches taller or 1 to 3 inches shorter by how we design the look. You don't think so? If you're 5 foot tall, do you normally go out with a heel on? Or you always wear flats? Well, you probably do both. Some people it's uncomfortable. Some people it's uncomfortable to wear a heel. I get that, right? Let me ask you something else. If you're 5 foot tall, when you put your hair up, if it's long, do you wear it here or do you normally put it up higher? Why? Oh, I get it, right? So if you're 5'10", you probably wear it more back. You see what we did? Did you know that most people part their hair at the center of their eye? How's that? By chance? I guess. Why? Balance. It's a balance point. David, where'd you get all this crap? Well, I've studied the human head for years, okay? And I've got it in a package, and I'm going to share it with you today. And there's not that much to it. Y'all believe me? One person, great, thanks. Anyhow. What do you think, what do you think happens in the salon if somebody sees you doing this right here, right? What's wrong one? They think you're crazy? Or what do they think? That you're a what? An artist, yes. That you're an artist, or you have brain trouble or something, right? Or that they're definitely in the wrong salon, right? Oh my goodness.
Can you reiterate what you're doing right now?
Yes, I sure will. I sure will. So what we're doing is we're taking a triangle of hair. Who asked that?
I did, right back here.
Okay. What we've done is we've evened out the hair because she came in with pink and orange and everything else.
Okay.
And we're wrapping the hair in triangle shapes. The triangle will spread out. Like if you wrap the hair in a triangle, like in a set instead of rectangles, you'll comb your set out a lot easier. Less hard lines in the hair because you're putting angles in, and you went there. I'm going to tell you. Why do angles a lot of times look better? Because angles create softness. No other reason they create softness in design of houses, cars, clothes, everything.
And there's no line of demarcation either.
And there's no line of demarcation. There you go. So what we're doing is we're coming off the head, and I'm painting on 2 different colors, and I'm kind of blurring into the ends. And I'm making sure I get quite a bit on the ends here. Her hair is very porous. She was shocked at how good her hair looked after we filled it all in. She couldn't believe it. She went home, everybody loved her hair. Why? Because it's in balance. Her eyes, you know, if you want to know if someone can wear warmth in their head, look at their eyes. Normally, if they have a warm outside of the eye or warm eyes, period, they can wear warm colors. Some people that have cool features, sometimes you try to put a copper on them or an auburn, and guess what? They don't like it. If you're ever undecided, if you're looking at a book with a client, swatch book, put the swatch up to their skin in the mirror, and you'll be surprised, because sometimes you see it right off the bat, you go, not, right? And that'll let you know, because your eye picks up whether it's good or not. Your eye picks up whether something's balanced or not. So, in answer to your question, we're painting hues through her hair. We want no definite lines. We're kind of blurring this together, and you can do this however you want. I'm going from dark to light. What could you do?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
If you want to come in later on and have that retouched up, how do you go about doing
What
that?
a wonderful question. Okay, if she kept this look, what I would do is I would retouch her with true integrity, hair color, at the base, and then I would take this color, these colors, not every time she comes in. I would touch up her base and do a gloss of red over her hair, and she's on maintenance from there on out. How's that?
Is that because her hair fades after 30 days?
I don't think she's going to get a lot of fading with this. But yes, if it did fade, say she goes in a swimming pool or off for the weekend or whatever, yeah, we can touch it out. Good question.
You say the gloss of red, is that the integrity or the blazing?
Well, it could be. I'll show you. Keep that alive, and I'll show you. I'm going to show you some stuff you won't believe. I'm telling you. You will not believe. Now, blazing can go under the dryer. It speeds up 50%. Does it have to go under the dryer? No. I'm not going to put her under the dryer.
Because her hair's pretty dry.
I'm not going to put her under the dryer. So, now if I was in a hurry in the salon, would I put her under the dryer? I sure could. Absolutely. You know, most of us in the room foil, you're going to be pleasantly surprised with blazing because it doesn't swell the hair like bleach does. Bleach is an uncontrolled lightener. You understand what I mean by that? You lift it up and you hope you get a yellow you like. If you don't, what do you got to do? You got to tone it. We do all this, tone and lift, for about $2.65. How's that? That's what I'm saying too. You know what? And I don't care the saving the money thing I care about, but bottom line, does it make the hair beautiful? How many in it? Let me ask you something. Blazing users, raise your hand right now. I'm going to ask you a blunt question. I don't know any of y'all, okay? If you found out today that we were going to take the blazing away and not make it anymore, like we're taking it out of your salon, you can't get it anymore, and be totally honest, how would you feel about that? We got mad. What else?
Calm down.
You would what?
It would suck.
It would suck.
There you go.
I love that. Oh my God. You haven't had education? Well, we'll see to that. Who said that? Okay, you'll get education. Well, this isn't about True Star anymore, okay? You've got a house here that loves you, okay? We'll take care of you. Give them a hand, I'm telling you. You know, I met them almost 30 years ago, and I feel like I'm back home. And I really mean that because I care about you guys, okay? And when I see you again, and I will, you're going to say to me, hey, Dave, that stuff really worked. You weren't lying about that. It really does it. Okay, I just did her whole head in 2 different colors. We're going to let her walk back, okay? I'm going to take this cape off. Well, I'll tell you what, let them take it off. Okay, you go process, and then they're going to rinse you out. Give her a hand, folks, okay?